I owe you. Yes, you can pay the bills. I will give you more when I get paid again. I hate those people who love to tell you money is the root of all the kills. They have never been poor, they have never had the joy of a welfare Christmas. Yeah. Oh, I know we will never look back. Yeah.
It's Monday morning. The sun rises over the Sandia Mountains. People all over Albuquerque are beginning their day. First, they drop the kids off at school. Fight traffic on I-25. A quick stop for a cup of coffee, then off to work. Like 63% of all Americans aged 16 and over, working is a necessity. From working entry-level jobs in retail and fast food, jobs in manufacturing and farming, to banking and healthcare. These similarities, however, end there. This becomes quite apparent, especially when it comes to hours worked and their compensation. For example, the average entry-level wage in New Mexico is $8.02 an hour, or $16,673 a year before taxes, as opposed to an experienced worker or a college-educated one, $22.93 per hour, or $47,692 a year. Now, this is lower than the national level of $17,867 for the entry level and $66,248 for the experienced and educated. Unfortunately, there are some who work as many hours and are paid less. Since 1938, there has been a federal law requiring employers to pay their employees a minimum wage. It was 25 cents. As you can see, in 1938, the gap between nominal wages and real wages was quite wide. Compared to now, where they are fairly close to each other, it is predicted they will mirror each other in the near future. Currently, it's $6.55 an hour, or $13,624 a year. That's not a whole lot considering the rising costs of food, housing, and energy. According to 2008 federal poverty guidelines, a family of four making $21,200 before taxes is considered poor. So what makes people poor? Is it lack of opportunities, lack of education and skills training? Is it racism or sexism?
Hello? There are two people stuck on an escalator and we need help.
Anyway, poverty has always been with us, from the beggar outside the gates of Jerusalem to the mentally ill homeless woman in the park.
There's a lot of different reasons that people are homeless in America, and in Mexico in particular. It's fraud, it's dishonesty in government, it's embezzlement, it's criminal activities all the way up. What happened with me was prejudice. I was denied my paychecks. I went to the Bank of America and I was told by one of the recipients that I had too much money in my bank account, so they refused to give it to me.
Terry Jean and others like her are what come to mind when discussing poverty. Is this a generalization? In pursuit of the truth, I decided the best thing to do was to go out and ask folks around town.
We have a faulty distribution system because of capitalism. It's not because of lack of resources. I mean, we have plenty of food, plenty of the basic necessities. If we as a society wanted to provide the necessities for everyone, we have those.
Spending things they don't really need, not budgeting, not watching their finances and paying attention. Also unexpected expenses like accidents, illness.
The husband and wives are usually both working and they can't make ends meet. I don't know, that's like asking why is the economy the way it is. It's all screwed up. I don't know, man. All I know is I'm out there trying to get my bread and butter, you know what I mean? I'll clean yards, I'll clean cars, I'll clean windows, whatever, you know. but I do stucco for a living. But in the wintertime, my job is seasonal, so I don't, I gotta compromise, I gotta do something else. But I don't know why people are poor, man. Maybe they're in drug addiction or alcoholism. Who knows? It's a number of things.
I think people are poor because they tend to get jobs where they're more comfortable instead of reaching out to the better paying jobs.
Lack of work, lack of skills, lack of jobs in their areas, quality paying jobs, yes.
Because of the economic, what it's especially now, these days, there's no jobs, there's no, there's a lot of layoffs.
How they see life, their lack of incentive, but then there's more pragmatic situations like, it just doesn't work out for them. They may have ambitious goals, but they don't really know how to, take step-by steps to achieving them, and so they take greater risks when they shouldn't, and they end up, lack of a better term, homeless.
As you can see, there are a wide variety of opinions on why people are poor, from the young activist with communist ideas to the recovering alcoholic with an awesome work ethic. What is surprising is the lack of education opportunities were mentioned frequently. According to the U.S. Department of Education, 9.3% of the 37 million students ages 16 to 24 are high school dropouts. This is ironic considering public high school is available to all, and the average income of persons ages 18 to 65 who have not completed high school was roughly $21,000 in 2006, compared to graduates earning $31,400. That's way above the poverty line. So besides education, what should be done to end poverty?
We need more jobs, better pay.
Radically reorganize everything so that we provide the basics for everyone equally.
We're not raising our children to be responsible enough, I think, and teaching them that they don't deserve everything. They need to grow up and earn it.
As a country, as a society, we're doing the best we can with what we got. Relative to all the other issues that we have to deal with, I would say with the program already established, I think better funding, more adequate funding would be placed to help people in poverty situations, help them educate themselves to, essentially just pull themselves up by their bootstraps with a little incentive or assistance, I would say.
It seems creating jobs is the consensus, and it makes sense, especially when you look at the unemployment rate. Nationally, the unemployment rate is 6.1%. Here in New Mexico, it's 4.5%. This small number is due to the fact that the highest employer in the state is the government. And what is the reason for the high unemployment rate for the rest of the country? The loss of non-government jobs, mainly in the manufacturing sector. This dominoed to other businesses like retail and construction. In the past years, we've heard how the economy is on the verge of collapse. This is the worst since the Great Depression of the 30s. And while I agree times are tough for some, we have a long way until we are in a depression. In 1935, the unemployment rate was at its highest, 24.9%. In 1959, it was 5.5%. The highest since that time was in 1982 at 10.8%. This documentary is one man's opinion based on government facts and statistics. And like all documentaries, you should be skeptical of the information provided. I'm Michael Woodruff, and I want to thank you for watching Poverty America. Why are they poor?